Welcome to another edition of the Motley Croc Show. I have some really good shit tonight. It's 8:01. I'm sorry it's a little bit late. Fuck it. And it is the 8th of November already. It's already the 8th of November, which is just nuts. And we have another storm coming. So thank you, Florida, for that. And I'll be bringing on everybody back in. We're going to add everyone to the stream. What's up, Jeff? What's up, Jimmy?
Hey, what's up, Jimmy?
What's going on? How you doing, guys?
Man?
Good.
Michelle, what's up? Yeah.
Hey, Michelle.
Dude, I mean, there's a lot. So I'm sure you're prepping, Jimbo. I'm sure you're prepping up like crazy because you probably get a lot of rain.
Yeah, man, honestly, I've been watching it. We all get ready for this so much. And it's like, honestly, bro, I'm so burned out. I did the bare minimum I had to do. And, I'm going to be here finally for this storm. Troy, you don't have to come up and help pack stuff this time, So,
what's up, Michael?
I think
what's up, Michael?
the fact that I'm going to be here, makes it a little bit easier for me too. So.
Yeah. I was going to do the bare minimum, but I decided I'd do the human minimum instead. So that's what I'm going to do around my house.
Well, yeah, I won't throw anything, obviously because they watch me and because they called me today. I will bag tomorrow evening. I'm going to go ahead and bag up my prohibited species, and just that's what I'm going to do. That's it. As far as everything else goes, everything else
that I did.
Hey, Julie.
Yeah.
That's pretty much I did. I just did prohibited species, anything non-native I secured, and the larger animals, the big crocodiles and stuff. I'm not putting them in boxes. I'm just going to go out there and look at them and periodically check.
Yeah, well, you don't have to.
It's either
you don't have to.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no rules that says you have to box up your giant crocs, dude.
Yep.
No, I know that. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, all the stuff that makes
What's
sense.
up, Julie?
We did, but it is what it is. So.
It very much is what it is, and so we're doing what we have to do. But like I said, I'm not sure. I think you'll get some, some wind and shit because you are in Ocala, and it looks like it's gonna like kind of curve past, and it's gonna run over Jimmy a little bit. Of course, it's gonna steamboat on Jimbo. Well, that's good for me this time because last time wasn't that good here. Remember, Jeff?
Oh yeah, it was actually.
Hey, just this week, Jimmy, like there were some gigantic grandfather oak trees laid on the side of the road in my neighborhood since the hurricane. Like, and I mean big ones like that would fill up the bed of your truck width, laid on the side. They just now got all those guys taken out of there.
Crazy.
Wow.
No, Julie, I don't think Nicole's coming for us on the West Coast. Jimmy's in the center of the state. We're going to get some moistness. It's probably a little bit of wind. But that's about it.
South Florida, I guess, is going to get the brunt of it, right? Is that what they're saying? That's where the big flooding and the
that's what they were saying. That everything's a state of emergency. It seems like.
Yeah, just an excuse to sell toilet paper and water
and more gasoline. And I think things are getting blown out of proportion because we're getting close to the
the election.
Exactly. I was just going to say that.
I think it's actually there was
really very moist
conspiracy regarding a weather machine that caused Ian to was it Ian the last one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Ian was the one that hit you guys. Yeah,
they're saying there was a weather machine that caused Ian to disrupt the midterm election, and that's
I mean, but let's think about it.
It's like fucking Geostorm.
Well,
wouldn't it be cool if it was?
This was a pretty far right conspiracy, and considering it destroyed, probably one of the far rightest places on the West Coast, Fort Myers and Sarasota, and it was a swing and a miss.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I often look into that stuff. Like, I know you guys don't know if you do it or not. Sometimes I like to look up all the weird conspiracy theories because I like to see where they come from. There's some neat stuff out there. There's some pretty unique kind of, I'm like, wow. I mean, but we live in a pretty a world of technology. I was thinking about that today, that we some of the stuff we take for granted, but they're playing with a lot bigger things than we're used to for sure. And I think that there's a lot more going on than we think. So who knows, man?
Yeah, they don't tell us everything.
Yeah, Julie says election, #election prices. Ain't that the truth? And everybody's going to get gas.
Of course, they have to.
Oh, yeah.
I just figure what we're going to do, Jeff, is I think me and Jimmy, we ought to just say fuck it and move to Arizona.
I'm ready, dude. I'll go. I got new job coming, carte blanche, man. I'm ready.
See what I'm saying? Arizona's the way to go. Jimmy,
You could buy a
I know you had a good
compound.
time. How was it?
We had a blast, man. We had a good time. We went to we were pretty much in your old stomping grounds, and then we went back to the what was that place you took me with the big cactuses?
The Saguaro National Monument.
Oh yeah, man.
We went there.
I love it.
We did
badass.
the nature park there. The little facility. We did a lot. We were gone for about 2 weeks, and of course, a week of that was driving. And so we really had a week of doing things,
Sure.
but the other week was just driving. We went 2,500 miles.
That's
what we
good though,
drove.
man. Did you guys do that in a little Honda?
No, I'm sorry. I think it was 5,500 miles. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say it probably was.
It was
A lot more than
5,500. Yeah,
Just to get out there, it's like 1,200 miles or something like that.
Yeah, we did a little over 5,500 miles. Yeah.
Listen, if y'all ride with Jimmy anywhere, 1,200 miles ain't nothing but a gnat on a dog's dick. Let me tell you. I fucking have been on the road with Jimmy, and we have drove the whole United States all the way up into places that men don't even live, North Dakota. I mean, we had some good times up there, man. Haunted, pedophile hotels. We were way out there. I mean, we very rarely even saw a human being in most of the places we were driving.
Yeah, we went to some places. You and I looked at each other like, where the fuck are we? Hey, and then when we drove to South Dakota to deliver those alligators, and they brought us the back roads because there was no highway that went from North Texas straight north into South Dakota. So they had us on all these little back roads, man. And we were in some places. We were like, what in the hell is going on?
Yeah, and by the time we got about 45 minutes outside, and we were full of snow, man.
Yeah, that's why I don't live there
anymore. What's up, Holly? How you doing? We were full of snow. We had alligators in the snow. Me and Jimmy were in flip-flops in the snow. I'm like, I'm not getting my good shoes dirty. Man. I'd rather freeze to death than ruin my Nikes. I'm like, fuck this. I'm wearing flip-flops and socks. It was bad, dude. It was something else.
Oh, my God.
But those alligators, dude, they came right back to life when they got warm.
Oh, yeah, they did.
What's that, Jimmy?
We got them in the room. You said where'd you live? South Dakota?
Oh, no, neither. I lived in Arizona, but I'm in up north.
Oh, no. Okay. Oh,
yeah. In general.
Yeah, Arizona was a cool place, man. I remember living out there a few years as a kid. Fantastic. Just, man, I can't even tell you. Like, I used to love. I mean, I'm from South Florida, and everybody likes the bugs and the cockroaches and the ass and all the other crap that's down there, and the too much traffic and all the other shit. And I mean, you can get good cocaine and methamphetamine and stuff. But listen, when you go to Arizona, dude, and you get up in the morning, that brisk air, no humidity. The wildlife, the road runners. I can't, man.
Fucking blue skies.
Yep. Some about that desert and that sandstone mountain.
Rattlesnake.
Yep. All kinds of monsoon season.
Rattlesnakes. Gila monsters, man. Fucking
monsoon seasons.
Oh, dude, monsoon season's crazy.
I think we spent most of our time in Arizona. And that's where we spent 90% of our time. We went.
You thought about moving, didn't you?
We've talked about it numerous times.
No, I know, man.
We were picking up the flyers, looking at property for sale and stuff to see what they had, and see if there's anything cheap with like in an area that we liked. I mean, just buy a piece of property and sit on it. If we get another camper, just go stay at the camper on the property or something,
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, the land out there is not as bad as up here for sure.
Yeah, they went through their boom already, and it died. They built it up all around Phoenix because it's like a city surrounded by cities, surrounded by cities. So you have like Phoenix, and then you have like Tempe and Mesa, Glendale, and then as you go further out, you have like Surprise and was it Tulsa and all that stuff. So they built up so much land in the early 2000s when they were getting the premium money for it. Now a lot of it just sits empty out there. There's like emu farms and shit out there and fucking all kinds of crap.
That would be Nevada, Craig. Nevada. Jimmy told me. Jimmy
But we
told
just
me he was
lost
there.
Greg off the train.
I
man.
did.
Jimmy just went there. Jimmy told me it was Nevada. So it's just for those who want to
It
know
was.
how I know that. Jimmy told me.
Yeah, but you're only if you live in Phoenix, you're only 3 hours from Vegas.
That's true. That's
Listen,
true.
dude, lobster, a
Well,
little gambling, and some tail.
Telling you, go there for a weekend, get shitty, come home,
Well,
Or
we
get
went
buried
to
in the desert.
throw dice, hail Satan, man. Let's do it.
to a place called oh my God, Bullhead.
Bullhead City,
Bullhead.
Bullhead. We went
City.
into Bullhead.
across from Laughlin, Nevada.
Our buddy. Yep. So we ended up staying in Bullhead for a couple of days, but we went to the casinos on the other side of the Colorado River
In Laughlin,
in Nevada, and we went to I think it was the Golden Nugget. I think it was, and
dude.
that's
where the big.
Sarah and I went there for a couple hours. So.
Well, how was
Wasn't
the
that where the
Golden Nugget?
big Hell's Angels Mongols fight was, Troy, in Laughlin,
Yeah,
right?
that's exactly where it was.
Like that freaking in the casino
That
rumble
town right
was
there?
shooting and
Yep, it was right in the casino.
yeah, it was like 25 on 25 too. It was insane.
Yep, it was hammers, and finally, towards the end of the fight, somebody pulled out a gun and started shooting at people in the middle, and you could see it. It's all recorded. You can see it all on security.
Yeah, it's on.
They were
YouTube.
beating each other with hammers and all kinds of shit. I know Bart lives there, Ma. I'm familiar with Bullhead. Yeah, we have my parents have friends that live out there, or a friend that lives there.
Yeah, I had a good friend that used to tattoo there for years, and then he moved to Phoenix, and I worked with him in Phoenix for a long time.
Listen,
Yeah,
dude,
we have a friend that lives out there now.
Tucson. I lived near Benson, outside of Tucson, and it was badass, dude. I mean, I burnt land down there. We were gangsters in that time, man. They brought us straight from Florida. That was like straight out of Compton. They brought us up there, and it was a whole different way of life when I got there. Cowboys and chewing straw, and we were like dressing like Michael Jackson and model metal stars. We had no idea what the fuck we were going to in that town. They're like, look at that. Stay away from them boys. Stay away from them. They're weird.
Worse.
Yeah, they didn't know who we were. Like, whoa, where'd you get that jacket? Because we already had all the cool stuff then. Back to the Future, E.T., all the cool stuff was out. It was just getting there. It was just getting released in Arizona. I'm like, that song's 3 years old. Nah, man, it's a new release. No, it's not. No. Because South Florida, man, it's just a whole different ball of wax. I mean,
yeah,
that's like living in L.A. I mean, the Fort Lauderdale, Miami area is still like that. I mean, we were big because they were still filming Miami Vice down there at that time when we moved to Arizona.
Sweet. Did you ever wear those pastel blazers and shit?
Listen, bro, I never dressed like Don Johnson. My uncle did, but
did he even go with the light cut beard?
He looked just like him. Listen, my mom's brother looks just like Don Johnson by himself. So yes, he would wear the loafers, dude, the Steve Madden loafers with like the white pants that were slightly cuffed. I mean, he drove Porsches and shit. They were all big time IBMers. So yeah, they all look like that down there. All of it. You know what? I'm gonna start watching Miami Vice again.
There's a new one too. It's they remade it. Not as good.
I know with Colin Farrell and what's that dude? Jamie Foxx.
No, I meant they did a series.
Oh, I can't watch that. I cannot, bro. You cannot be Don Johnson and Philip Michael Thomas. That's like trying to watch the Gator Boys with like The Situation and Jersey Boy. I mean, it would be junk.
I would watch that in a minute just to watch them get eaten.
I mean,
I would.
watch
Situation, all right, man.
I can't remember what we watched. We watched a roast of somebody the other day, and it was years old. They brought The Situation up. That fucking guy is so stupid. He doesn't deserve the money he makes. You need to watch him try to talk. The whole audience was like, get this motherfucker. I mean, he's not even funny.
Oh, one of those
Snoop Dogg was up there.
roasts.
Snoop Dogg was sitting there and had to watch that. You remember that roast?
Yeah, it's just embarrassing.
Yeah, and he'd be like, yeah, you guys can make fun of me, but at least I'm banging your girl or whatever. And they're like, okay, dickweed. I always thought he was an idiot. I thought all of them were idiots on there.
10 minutes, man, and
I can't even. That's that whole show, The Jersey Shore. I never watched it.
no, me neither. I can't.
I'm sure a lot of people on here are like, fuck that. It was a good show. Those guys are dicks. But I'm serious. Speaking of that, since you're a Star Wars friend, Jeff, can you tell me a little bit about Pan Solo? We all want to know about Pan Solo.
I saw that article today. So these two bakers in California baked a 6-foot bread of Han Solo in carbonite. and it is look it up. It is absolutely unbelievable.
So you can literally eat Han Solo.
That's right. You can do that. I'm sure Carrie Fisher did that a few times over the years.
I mean,
but yeah, Pan Solo, man. If you guys are Star Wars fans, definitely look it up. It's super cool. There was a contest, I guess, and they baked this thing, and now it's I guess they used like a wood frame to bake it in, and now it's on display outside of the bakery until it gets turned into compost, which is a damn shame because you can make a hell of a sandwich out of Han Solo.
There's, that's a hunk of a man right there. We're not going to get into it on the air, though. We can't do
one
that.
of the coolest motherfuckers.
Speaking of that, Jeff, just to tell you a story, to talk about, it's weird because you brought up Star Wars because there's another movie I want to get into that I recommend both of you see. But so I pulled my car in today and I whip into the gas station. I'm picking up some frozen rabbits from my buddy that does all that stuff for me for my snakes. And as I'm leaving, I go back inside. We separate. I go back inside. I come back out. I go to get my car, and the dude goes, "Stormtroopers are leaving." Stormtroopers. He said, so I'm like, Stormtroopers. He's like, well, your car looks like a stormtrooper. So I'm like, you know what? Now I got to put the big emblems on the side. Stormtrooper. So
hilarious.
I mean, it's wicked, dude. It was just funny. He called it a stormtrooper. But I'm not as big of a Star Wars fan as you, so I don't know if I'd be cheating if I did that.
Since I was a little kid, I went. My grandfather, my uncle took me when I was 9 years old to the first movie, and that was it. My love affair began.
Listen, man, I was going through my storage today, and I was putting the Halloween stuff back, and I found my Darth Vader figure storage container from 1983, and I have all of it and every figure in a bag with all their weapons.
Oh, dude, you could probably fucking make a fortune on these.
Well, besides that, these are all original. Like I had these. I opened them for Christmas. Santa got these for me. But I will definitely bring them over to show you so we could like get some napkins out and get naked and look at them if you want. They are pretty cool.
Interesting fact, you can't spell Santa without Satan. I just wanted to let you know.
Santanas. I know. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, Satan. Yeah. And he wears red, folks. You really want him coming down your chimney?
I don't know. Anybody comes down my chimney, I don't care if they have a red suit or not. They're getting shot. That's plain and simple.
Well, that depends on what chimney we're talking about.
Yeah. Down the chimney. I didn't say up the chimney.
Okay. Because you never know,
Yeah, that's true. You're absolutely right, man. It's I might be into dudes in Santa suits, but, hey.
But we're not going to talk about that. Julie's watching. But at the end of the day, that was some good stuff. And so I think it's awesome that you can get a Pan Solo. They ought to make that more of like a loaf size for everybody and start selling it. That'd be cool. I think that would sell a lot.
Those sandwiches.
Fuck yeah! Can you imagine having a Han Solo sandwich? I'll take my ham on a honey.
Yeah. I love that. Have one called "It's a Wrap."
That's it, dude. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. But I found, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to put the money aside and do it because it'll be a little pricey. But I found a place that will make action figures of you.
No shit, man.
So I'm getting one made of Jimmy Riffle. Of you.
I'm surprised it's not a Jimmy Riffle action figure. This is no
fucking ain't right, dude. There's certain pictures, like you have to send a picture in or whatever, and they do like a scan.
It's got to come with the hat.
Can you imagine that? It comes with the hat, the boots, the shirt. Fuck yeah, a snake hook. His utensil is a snake hook, but it has to have the croc tooth.
Right,
but he has like a snake tooth, man.
Figure of the other Gator boys.
A snake hook. Wouldn't that be awesome?
I'd buy it.
Fuck yeah! I want to make them so we can just have our own little action figures that hang out, dude. Who would want their own action figure?
That'd be badass.
We can make it where you get an accessory. You can get like an F-450 on the side if you want as an accessory. You could go on and on. It would be awesome.
Your little cart deal, your ruckus, whatever. What's the thing? Your little you ride around a slot.
My little trike ruckus. Yeah, dude.
Oh, so it is a ruckus.
Yeah, it's an ice bear. It's a replicant. The ruckus doesn't come in a trike that I know of.
Oh, dude, I've seen some ruckuses that are just off the hook.
I love them. I think we all ought to get them in cruise.
I'd start a ruckus gang.
I love riding a ruckus, dude. They're so badass, dude. They are pretty cool.
Yeah, I've seen some.
You got to get like a 250 or 350, and it's unbelievable.
You ever see them like raked out and stuff, like real long and
single swing arm? Sure have. Yep, I didn't see the trikes. That's why I got that other one. That's why I got it. But I figure if I make some action figures and stuff, I thought that would be pretty cool.
Oh, I would freaking. That's awesome, dude. Hell yeah.
It'd be like almost like a wrestling thing. Can you imagine if it would just be fun stuff?
Can mine come with a removable?
It would. It'd
foreskin?
be comical.
What would yours come with? A detachable penis? What'd you say?
A removable foreskin.
Oh my god! Wait, so you mean you could get the?
You just wrap it around and pull it off, man.
Yep, Jeff's comes with removable foreskin. I love that, dude.
Foreskin, right? And then maybe
when you leave it on, you're the manic satanic. When you take it off,
that's right. I'm Jeff the Jew.
Jeff the Jew. I guess we're all Jewish then, man, because my parents decided to take my skin off too. I don't know about that. I saw a couple of them snuffies when I was in school. The kids had, and it made me upset. Like, I don't know, something looked kind of like a grub worm throwing up in the urinal. I was like, listen, man, what's going on with your shit, bro? Has it got a scab? I didn't know what that was.
And Klansman.
You don't figure out till later that you have a little extra set of lips down there. It looks like it's giving something a kiss. It's weird, dude. It's like it's weird.
Like an anteater.
Yes, like Snuffleupagus. I never liked them. Every time I saw Snuffleupagus on Sesame Street, I thought, look at that fucking looks like that kid Jeremiah's dick at school.
Is that less hairy?
It was weird, bro. It's like when you put your thumb over the end of the fucking hose and it sprays it a little bit. It's not quite the stream. And we would do long shots in school. And for those guys that lived in the 80s, know what a long shot is. So you would go in and see you could do the longest shot, and you start doing it for money. I can stand all the way out there. Open the door, Jeff. I can do it from the door. But then this guy would shot, and it would spray all over the sides, and it would go over that way.
It's all in the arc.
It'd be like, it was like the weird end on it. It was like when you're draining the fucking the pool with that rubber hose, and it kind of.
Do you remember?
It's not the same as us.
It was like the Willy Water Bug. It was a sprinkler, and it had all.
It's what it looked like, the Willy Water Bug, 100%. Unless they pulled it back, and then it looked like they were choking the soldier because that skin would get. He's like, "Let me pull it back. Let me pull it back." I'm like, "Oh, it's gross. Get rid of it." And then my brother had to have his done when he got a little older. My mom had it done. I remember they brought him in. It was bad. He was crying.
Oh yeah, adult circumcisions are not fun.
I'd rather have it when I was little.
Yeah.
And we would definitely put bricks behind us too, and do that looks good, Jimmy. I like that.
Yeah.
And we could do, we could do a Britney doll too. We sure could.
Oh, absolutely.
All you have to do is go buy a Barbie doll and call it Britney. That's what you'll have.
Just buy a Barbie doll and stick a little mini UFO book in there with her.
That's right. And her face will peel off, and it's an alien underneath or a Sasquatch footprint. It needs a stone Sasquatch.
You could do like the toys that made us. You could just take a Ghostbusters proton pack and put it in, and shit like that. You know how they modified all the toys for the new lines that the Masters of the Universe were like the old Big Jim toys or something like that, or one of those.
I'm not trying to think of it because I'm not as cool as you guys. I would either have to come with like beard beads or maybe some extra ring. What would I use?
Croc.
You would come with a Harley, bro.
There it is. No, that's an extra accessory like the F-450.
I think that you'd come with a temporary.
Like Jimmy, I can see Jimmy right now in the package, right? It would be kind of like olive green pants with boots on, right? A Gator Boy shirt with that badass like redhead or Carhartt fishing shirt over top, right? Not the cowboy hat. That's an extra.
Oh, you got to
put a ball hat that says scales, tails, and teeth. Just to the side of him would be a snake hook. And then the little square pouch on the side would be his necklace that you have to assemble if you ever take them out. That's how they know that if the package was ever opened, it would be around his neck. Yours would have detachable foreskin behind a censored sticker. That's what you said, so I'm going with it. I think it should be more like bail enforcement agent, Jeff, where like you could get the bail enforcement agent stuff. Or I can pierce you.
That shit.
And it'd be like Jeff Goldblatt can pierce you in places you've never seen. No, something cool.
I come with piercing tools, bail.
Exactly.
I've done everything, man.
I've had like our vehicles would be different.
I've had so many cool jobs in my life. I need to write a book, dude.
I'm telling you, I've been a loser like that my whole life too, Jeff. About time to figure it out. You can just call us the Jackal. What have you done? I worked there, man. Fuck it.
Right, jack of all trades, master of none, man.
That's the Jackal.
Troy would have.
That's it, Craig. That's it. Would have to come with the fucking Slaughter's face piece
outfit,
on.
Man. That would be it.
You fling a coat on him, so the Slaughter's head would come in the package. That's awesome. There you go.
Yeah, dude. And you could come with like a little mini Cody.
That would be cool too. No body parts. So every time you bought a kid, it'd be a Cody part, like a leg.
Like, remember,
And an
like
arm.
the Boba
That's
Fett that
awesome.
you had to send away from. You remember that one that you had to send away for before they came out with the Boba Fett figure? You got all the Star Wars figure. You had to send all the boxes in to get the original Boba Fett.
Yeah, do you remember when they started doing that with DC, and then you'd have to buy a character and you'd get like an arm? See, because everybody, I wanted the Croc, Killer Croc, but they sold all the figures, and Killer Croc, a piece of Killer Croc was in every single of the Suicide Squad. It was in every single one of them.
It's kind of brilliant if you think about it.
Yeah, because it makes you buy them all.
Yeah, that's what
Smart.
they did with DC did with that their shows too. Everything crosses over.
Justin would come with a Cadillac emblem that you could stick on or off above his dick.
Justin would just be in an empty box.
His would be good. You'd have to wet his belly and the tattoo would appear.
Just an empty box saying, I'll be there, I promise.
Yeah, so it would just be the Justin ditch. It would just be nothing. I'll be there.
Box. Justin.
And the box is empty. It's just Justin empty. He never showed up to make the box.
Oh my God.
I love it, man. I think characters would be good.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows
That
what
would
we're
be funny.
talking about. So I think it'd be funny as hell, dude. Or bobbleheads or something too.
Now, I'm getting ready. I hear there's like going to be a Grinch party this year. I'm hoping to get out to.
Nice.
I'm working on it. I'm working on the invites.
I had a blast with mine, dude. Mine went pretty long. Sorry you were out of town.
I know, bro. We were so mad we were gone. I know.
No, you weren't mad.
Yeah,
I hope you were having a good time, but it was fun nonetheless.
We did. We did have a good time, but that's something that we do yearly with you guys, and it was not fun that we missed it. So
That's all right. I'm going to be there for the Grinch.
For the Shrek party, Shrek.
Bro, the Grinch thing you sent me earlier was pretty fucking funny.
Was it good?
Me and Kim
Yes.
closed down that party, man.
Yes, you guys did. Yep. We had a good turnout. There was a lot of people that showed up. Wendy and them came over, and
Yep, it was a lot of fun, man. A lot of cool people. I met some people I've never met before, and I got to show off my devil face.
you did good. Jeff came in
here.
here looking like the nun, male version, scary.
The nun.
Do you remember the nun? She had the white
I think
face
I
with the
saw
black
photos.
eyes, and she was like this.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, listen, when on Halloween night, I did it. I posted what I did because I opened my front doors, my dual doors. I closed it in. I had Satan running the stairwell there. I had Satan's daughter, Kim, handing out candy in the doorway. And I was trying to guide people on the walkway so they wouldn't be cutting up through the grass and tripping on the wires. Because once you get on those black lights, you can't see them. People fall. But these two guys came through in a Cadillac dressed as that nun. But the whole inside of their car was black lights. And their eyes were white. And they were playing the sound from the Purge. Like, and they would just slowly like stare at you when they rolled by, and they'd make eye contact. They would creep down the streets. They did a great job. Then this BMW comes flying around the corner with a couple guys and one dude hanging out the window with a chainsaw, swinging it at people. I mean, it was awesome. Chasing kids with a chainsaw was great.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, I ended up.
Oh my God.
There was a lot of kids came too. I went through like a bucket, 5-gallon bucket of candy, so you guys know. Go ahead, Jeff. I'm sorry.
I don't even remember what I did on Halloween night anymore. I don't know.
We watched The Nightmare
I did
Before
smoke a lot of
Christmas.
weed. Speaking of which,
What'd you do?
We watched The Nightmare Before Christmas.
I love that show.
That's the most worlds,
That was our Halloween night. We did that, and we made some
I can't
food.
see you getting many trick or treaters out there.
Bro, none.
Jimmy's like, look, I can see Sarah. What the fuck are you buying that for? Because I'm just hoping. I can see Jimmy with his hopeful little bucket of candy. I hope somebody comes.
Oh, that's right. I was going out, and I kept trick or treaters were starting to walk down the street. Man, I was like ducking behind the window so they wouldn't see me, so I get out of the house. I had no candy, dude. I don't want to be that guy. You just turned the light off. That's how. I don't know if how. Oh, it's daytime still though. That's what I did. Is I turned off my outside porch.
I know they'll come. They were at 5:30, Jimmy. Yep. Knocking on my door, and I said not open till 7. I even put a thing on my door that says not open. You're not coming here until 7.
Yeah.
So if it's that good, come the fuck back. And they did. They did too.
Hey, did you see the videos? Did
What's
you
that?
see the videos of those little fuckers that were those what are those doorknobs? The ring bells or
Ring
the
Yeah, the
doorbells.
ring. Yep, the ring doorbells.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like, you know how they leave a sign up that says please take a few pieces? These kids are walking up and they were like they saw the camera, they would look at the camera and flick it off and dump the
Good
whole
for them.
bucket in their bag.
That's awesome, dude.
You know what? Good for them, dude. That's fucking amazing.
My mom used to do that
Yeah.
shit. I was like,
Flip
the
off
first
the
kid that
camera and
comes
take
along,
candy?
I'm getting all of it.
Yeah, I think it's great. Good for them. That because you know what? If you put something like that on your door, like, what's the definition of a few? A few to some people is 3. A few to me is like 15. I mean, what's the definition of a few? Like if I go, Jimmy, how many alligators you have? I got a few. I'm gonna tell you something. He's got a few, all right, but your definition may be a lot different than ours.
That's true. When you put it that way, that's true. That's true. That's true.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, that's where we're at. And by the way, guys, I want to hear the story that Jeff has about somebody found an alligator in Idaho. I got to hear this. In rural Idaho. While he was walking his dog, Jeff, is that what happened?
Yeah. He was walking his dog and came across an errant alligator. And, that's in the middle of Idaho. So I think it was actually native.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I actually I got a little into the story, and I kind of got a little bit lost in the toad licking story too.
I'm ready for that too.
But yeah,
I got stories for that for you too.
And I know, did you read the Idaho story?
No, I
did.
I didn't read it. I knew you were going to talk about it. But I didn't get to read that much of it.
He was walking his dog, and he found a live alligator walking around Idaho this time of year too. It's fucking cold in Idaho, man.
You don't think he got away?
Well, no, they said it locked him up in the horse trailer, right? To wait for the
Let me see.
Locked it up in a trailer, waiting for them to come up. But they said they're going to euthanize it unless they can find a zoological park or the original owners.
Why would you euthanize it? What the fuck, man? There's a bunch of people that go get it. Knock it off.
Those words. Those words are in that article about.
That's why I can't read articles like that, Jeff.
Yeah, and then there was the one about the escaped king cobra I sent you too in Sweden that ended up back in its enclosure. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, because that makes sense. The way they act, that makes sense.
Yeah, they're like
they get very comfortable to where they are, and they don't go far. I mean, they're really really interesting snake.
Right. Yeah, I probably knew.
Well, before I saw that article that you just sent me, I saw the original video on the news, and all you saw was like the back foot of the snake going up into the light fixture, and I didn't know it. I didn't hear anything else about it. And then when I saw that article, when I read it, it said that they drilled holes out or some shit to get to it, and they got pissed off, and it eventually just went back in because I guess it couldn't hide anymore. But
that's actually really cool.
Place, dude. I wish my snakes would do that when they got out. Wake up and they're just back in their enclosure. We
know that never happens, Jeff. Your snakes never get out, so that's
never,
good.
Exactly.
Lately, it's been I moved a bunch of my racks around, and I think the vibration from Captain playing in my bedroom opens the drawers on the baby rack, and it's got these little peg holes, but I don't have any pegs. So I went on Amazon. I ordered Light Bright pegs, and they fit perfect.
Light Bright.
Yeah, so now I got like rainbow friggin' Light Bright pegs up on that rack. I just got them the other day.
We should play that one night stoned.
Light Bright. That's awesome, dude. It's all gonna be dicks and shit, dude.
I'll be like, look what Jeff did. He put foreskin on the Light Bright. That's good. And then I know you guys were talking about the toads.
Oh yeah,
I'll let you tell your story, and then I'll tell you about what I used to do with them fucking things and people.
The national parks are trying to get people to stop licking the Colorado River toads. Yeah,
did you read that?
Amazing. It's like wanted.
Look at that guy sitting there like that. Look at that guy. He's sexy, bro.
Hey, read it. I can't believe that. Stop licking the toads.
I love it. Toads, man.
We need to save that. I see it. Stop licking the toads. That is the best.
Yeah, because people are going there trying to get high, and I mean it's DMT if you lick the toads, but it's kind of hard to measure the dosage when you have your tongue on like a dinner plate size Colorado. Those things are like freaking.
I know, man. Me and Jimmy found Jabba the Hutt. I thought we know now where Jabba got fired. He moved to Arizona because we were coming on these back dirt roads.
I know, I love that, Jimmy.
And me and Jimmy, we saw Jabba the Hutt sitting right in the middle of the road. He was so big, I spun the car around, blew the tire out of the car. He was huge.
That sounds like me. Remember that time in Everglades National Park when I got us stuck spinning around because?
Oh, yep. But I blew the whole tire off the fucking car. I blew the tire off when I did it.
I don't know if it was you or Ricky. Like, it's a Diamondback, and I spun around and got caught in the swamp. And it turned
Well,
out
that was
it
probably
a,
Ricky. Ricky likes to see everything. Speaking,
yeah, it was
of
a bullfrog that had gotten squished. Huge bullfrog just dead in the middle of the road. I was like, God damn it! Like, had it been, we had to get the Rangers to tow us out.
Michelle said Justin told us about them in an episode. He said they were a bad high. Listen, years ago, I used to sell them in my pet shop over in Lake County, and people would come in and be like, "Oh, you know, I hear these are the toads you can lick." I'm like, "Yeah, you got to turn them around. You got to take their rear legs, and you have to stretch it all the way up to where their elbows are, and you have to hold them like this, and then you put your mouth on that little opening. It looks like their butthole, but it's not. They come out of it. You put it in there." And you rub its back real quick. I'd have fuckers standing in there doing that in the middle of the store. I'm like, don't take too much. Don't take too much.
Thank
and
God
they'd never get high because it's.
Man.
I talk about licking the toad, but those I showed Jimmy that splattery shit. It's that you got to use that. I mean, it's not like you just. I love the Colorado River toads. I think they are the coolest fucking frogs.
Oh, Colorado River toads are awesome. They're huge.
They're amazing.
And they'll eat anything.
Oh well. And Brittany, you both are big into amphibians. You guys,
Brittany loves amphibians. I like the Colorado River toad, and I like the African bullfrogs. About all I like.
What did you just get her? You got her something albino.
An albino bullfrog, right?
I didn't get her that. Yeah, Joe got her an albino American bull. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Gotcha. It's getting big now. It's like getting bigger. Apparently, we talked about it, but she wasn't feeling well tonight, so we didn't have her on. But definitely the skeletons of those. I have a skeleton of a Colorado River toad. It's just, it's all put together. It's just they're just I don't know, man. They're badass. And I used to find them in Arizona, dude. Holy shit! They're not like the Bufo Morenus. Everybody thinks the Bufo Morenus toads are deadly and all that. I don't believe they're deadly.
Nah.
I love this Jimmy so much.
Oh, the frog picture?
Dude, when I just went to the desert museum, they had some big ones.
Yeah, right? Like dinner plate, huge.
Some massive
I've seen some monsters,
like
man.
Gigantic.
Yeah. I'm not a huge amphibian guy. Brittany would love my snake room right now because there's baby Cuban tree frogs bouncing all over the place. Somebody collected some for me for my southern and eastern hogs that I have because that's all they'll eat. And those things, as soon as you open it, man, they're like every different direction.
Oh,
like
yeah.
That big.
They know what's going on, man. They're like a chef. He's going to kill us. Open the gates.
Yeah, there was a cool little spade foot in there, though. I haven't seen one of those in a dog's age.
A little what? Little spade?
8-foot toad, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You got to let him go. You can't feed him off.
Nah, I love those things, man. They're so cool.
Yeah, like they sit around little gangsters. I like the way they call them. Like, right. You ever heard them? Sounds like they're saying right.
Yeah.
They're like, right.
I like big frogs. That's my favorite frog chorus in Florida.
Yeah, and the one of my favorites for frog calls, since we're getting into all nerdy about it, the barking tree frog's pretty cool. But
barking tree frog is great.
But what really tops it is the crayfish frog. It sounds like a grown man snoring in the middle of the forest out there, dude. Like,
sure that wasn't when you were rolling with me.
It's like somebody snoring. It's crayfish. So if you go to like Google, frog sounds of Florida, and you hit the crayfish frog, it's awesome.
I've actually done that.
And I see Julie said, I love red-eyed tree frogs. There's a black-eyed tree frog. I don't know if you ever seen that. That thing's badass looking.
No, I'm going to look it up.
I think it was just a red-eyed tree frog with a big mouth.
Look at these things.
Anybody? Red-eyed tree frog?
The red-eye comes out with a big mouth.
Shit.
I know they were producing them, Jimmy. I think they were red-eyed tree frogs, and they got them to start having black eyes.
They're so cool. They really are.
Yeah, that's badass. That looks like a red eye to me, that they're breeding for genetics and they're trying to get different genetics.
So you think it is a red eye, but they're black
absolutely.
Eyes now?
Matter of fact, I was just reading an article about that, how they're trying to do that stuff. And, I was looking at, I got in the hole on Instagram. Yep.
Damn, they're cool as hell. I love them. The red-eyed tree frogs. I like the milk frogs too. The black and white. Those are cool. I mean, they're cool. I tried keeping
they're just high maintenance.
Frogs. I had some cool dart frogs, and they're just a pain to keep alive.
Almost all frogs are high maintenance. Brittany likes her frogs because she just has a couple frogs.
Yeah.
But you always got to make sure the moisture's right and feed them crickets and they eat. And then, red eyes are nocturnal. So you got to put them in a bedroom or in a room with red light at night or day if you want to go in and see them moving around because they'll sleep all day. But they really are. I mean, they're a cool frog. What's that?
The white tree frog, the dumpy frogs. Is that
white?
white?
The white tree frogs are
cool.
dumpy. Yep, those are dumpy.
I got a buddy that breeds those, and they breed like crazy.
Waxy
Bro, they
monkey
get big too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the waxy monkey is a cool ass frog.
You ever seen the glass frogs are cool too? The see-through ones. You can see all their organs.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I never understood the purpose of that. So
probably maybe they blend in and
I guess they're invisible, but
Now,
hey, you
was
can
that
see his heart
bred that
beating in his
way?
guts.
Yeah. I think they are. I think that's a naturally occurring frog.
It is natural.
Yeah, that's as far as I know. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they are the glass frog. Yeah, they are. It is.
You know,
We've been reading that in National Geographic since we were like 10.
Yeah, from a prey predator standpoint, it's a pretty awful design, dude.
Anything you can actually see movement because you can see his heart beating in there.
All the goodies in there. Look at all that shit hanging out in there that I can eat.
Yep, and his heart beating, so he doesn't look still.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, some of those toads could just sit there and not move, and the Pac-Man frogs and the Colorado River toads.
I noticed that. Speaking of Pac-Man frogs, I've been watching these idiots on YouTube, and I say that because I really believe they're idiots.
There are a lot
throwing like baby dwarf caimans of both species and calling it a war to feed it to this. Like they're taking like a baby dwarf caiman and a gigantic
shit like that,
and they make them fight and make the frogs swallow the caiman, and they're like, like I don't think that's I don't like. I mean, I think why would you do that, dude? Like, I mean, I don't watch it. It's freedom to do whatever you want, but it doesn't make sense to me to do that. Like, more power to you if that's what you want to do. But
yeah, they eat mice pretty.
No, that's just fucking stupid.
I think they ought to start doing that with like alligator snapping turtles and cats.
I think they should start doing with alligator snapping turtles and people.
No, we have to start with cats.
There you go.
And then maybe Netflix will go after them. Don't fuck with cats.
Don't fuck with cats.
Or whatever.
Yeah, that's a whole bunch of people.
I mean, if you did that, would just piss everybody off. But it's okay to do it to two reptiles. That's my whole point.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because people they don't regard reptiles as fuzzy, cute little huggy animals. So it's okay to chop a snake's head off. Can you imagine if a feral cat got in somebody's yard and their neighbor saw him take a shovel to it? They would lose.
Or shot it with a BB gun.
Shot it with a BB gun.
Yeah, you mean like they do to toads and iguanas?
Put firecrackers up its ass. Not that I ever did that to toads.
We've all done that to toads, Jeff. We've all done that to toads.
I'm reformed firecracker stuffer, so I don't do that shit.
Oh my God, that was so brutal. I know kids were doing that in the neighborhood too. I'd find all these frogs blown up. I know what they were doing. Giving that ass a cigar, that's what they used to call it. Oh my God. That's so fucking terrible.
It is terrible.
People, you should not even laugh at that. God almighty.
Can you imagine one day you're hopping along and some kid grabs you and just jams something in your ass? You're like, all right, I can roll.
And then lights it. And all you hear is that crackly sound. Boom. And they don't die because they're walking away with their front legs.
Yep.
How horrible
That's
is
the
that?
worst, with a blown out asshole and no back legs.
Listen, when we were kids,
God.
listen, when we were kids, we used to get those popper things where you like wrap the parachute around the army guy.
Yeah,
you go, boop, and you pull the pressure or whatever, and it would shoot up and come down. We used to put lizards on those things.
Yeah, at least they got to learn how to parachute.
We'd let them go. It didn't kill them. I mean, when people would I know people used to stick them on bottle rockets and stuff.
Oh, damn, that would probably kill them.
And send them to the moon, man. To the moon, bro.
Holy shit.
Hold on, I got to smoke some weed for this conversation.
I just don't think. Honestly, I just can't do that. But I know people did, and it's funny now because I've been smoking weed, Jeff, so I'm laughing. But people will do stuff like that. But what I'm saying is, it's not right at all. But if you did it to something like a cat or a puppy or somebody's, parrot, it would be a big deal. But if you do it to a Cuban tree frog or a worthless little toad, it's okay.
I hate even feeding Cuban tree frogs off, and they're invasive.
Yeah, I try to leave them alone. I got lucky. I got rid of them. I would get them, and I had a tennis racket, and I would just throw them up in the air and hit them with the tennis racket. Bing! And they would fly out into the woods. And they'd live because, they'd stick. They're like, and they just stick and they'd crawl off out behind me in the jungly part of because, behind me is all jungle. You know that, Jeff. You've seen it. It's all jungle back there. And there's a waterway. And I was doing that because I just didn't want to kill them. You know what I mean? So I would just grab them and boom, I just bop them over the fence, I mean, I'm not like, Andre Agassi.
I'm not
doing it like that. It had like a trampoline. It wasn't even a net. It was like this. I don't know. It was the kind you use in the house. and it has like a little like trampoline thing in the middle, like a little rubber. You get if you hit like a ping pong ball off of it, it would go. So I just put them on there, and boop, and they'd shoot over and land in the woods, and you see them crawl off, and I'm like, stay there. So I did that for like quite a few years.
Don't do it with the electric one.
Jeff, I watched that video of what you did last week with that electric. I would never do that. Those poor frogs.
I just sat on it naked.
Oh my God. It must have smelled like burnt bacon. Beautiful girls are here again. See them, Jeff?
Oh my God.
I love it. We're doing
Take
good.
a screenshot of that and let everybody know there's beautiful girls here when they come on.
Yeah, thank you. We know there's beautiful girls here. 69 life, baby. 69. I like it. Makes my day. But so by doing that, I didn't kill them. I noticed that they still breed rapidly. But now around my house, I like the haunted things. So I have bat boxes, and we're a little spooky here. I've got the green tree frogs again.
Oh, you do?
So I went out yesterday, and there was 4 of them because I leave this one little LED light on the ground, and they were all sitting by the light up in there, and they were all tucking in. I finally got the greens, and then I went out back, and I was going around where TB is, my big Cuban rock iguana, and there were 3 little green ones sitting in his water. There's like a PVC pipe thing that I shove food through sometimes. They're just all sitting in there, little green ones, like, oh fuck, he found us. I didn't touch them, but they go in there overnight. So it's kind of an interesting thing. That's a good thing to do too. If you take PVC and just bop it in the ground all over the place, they'll all go in there.
Pregame.
They'll be all over the place. Oh, what are you doing? You smoking now?
No, that? I said I forgot to pregame before I smoked.
Oh, you pregame.
I had the nerd pipe first.
But yeah, so I got some stuff. I try not to kill any things, except I will kill raccoons now. I can't deal with them anymore. Breaking in and doing the stuff they do.
Man, they'll kill all kind of shit.
I know. They killed one of my parrots. Really pissed me off.
No shit.
Yep.
Little motherfucker.
Wow. Yep. So,
man.
Well, let me tell you. What they didn't know was the reason I'm going to tell this story is because I was contemplating on every satanic way I could catch that raccoon and destroy him. Believe me. Because, you go out one of your animals and all you find is his head. You're like, listen, motherfuckers, it's war.
Damn.
Okay. And that happens. That's very common. That won't happen again. I guarantee you. For a couple of reasons. Now all the birds, I just bring them in now because I'm not dealing with that. My other birds weren't as dumb as this one bird was. I think this one bird was a little dumber, and he tried to go over there and like bite him, and he lost. He lost that battle. And that's a big deal. You talk to people, they end up losing baby tortoises, young tortoises, parrots, and things that are valuable. So raccoons and me now, we're not really
They're vicious, dude.
But it's okay. It didn't get them all. And some of my big famous parrots are good. They're all good. So the other night I was sitting out. I'm chilling on my bench. I'm feeding the kangaroo. Me and the kangaroo go out at night. We race around the pool. He tries to get me. It's fun. He chases me. He's a blast. We have so much fun together.
Oh, dude, he's so cool. I love meeting him.
I know. Wasn't he cool? So listen. So I'm chilling, right? And I hear the sound. Roo, roo. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, what the fuck? So the cassowaries got a hold of the raccoon, and he thought he could come back out the back side of the cage. Bro, they pummeled the shit out of that guy. They must have stabbed him 100 times. It was an actual murder scene. He tried to live. I know he ran through the gate, and I haven't seen him in a week. They growled like, roo, roo. I heard him like, what's going on? And all of a sudden, he runs to the corner, and they're coming in like this. Bam, 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 bam. They're just karate chopping this thing. I mean, just fucked them up. So I go get Cody. I'm like, you got to see this, man. They're beating the shit out of the raccoon. When you don't want to get in the middle of cassowaries attacking a raccoon. It's just not a good idea.
I don't think you want to get in the middle of
cassowaries. And they're about halfway grown now. So they are definitely.
Yeah, they were pretty big when I was there.
For anybody that want, did you go see them? Did they come up to the fence?
Awesome, dude.
They're about little velociraptors. They're getting big. So, they are one of my favorite animals. I'm glad I have them. They're really cool. They're still super sweet. When we walk in, they sit down for us. They just sit down and you can pet them, but they're young. They're females. That estrogen's going to kick in. They're very, they kind of lead they're pretty tough, especially the female cassowaries.
Yeah.
So, I'll separate them soon. I'm going to move them, but I'm going to separate them so they can't be together anymore because, one will start getting mad at the other one and, they're territorial. But anyways, just to watch them in action because they've never done that. I've never let them get exposed to anything like that. I've never thrown balls at them because I was doing a whole different behavioral thing with them. And to this day, we can still go in there with them and move them, and they don't try to kick us or hurt us or anything. Like you can actually get behind them. Cody can actually gently, one lays down for Cody to be picked up. He walks up to it, it lays down. It lays down every time. Like we'd lock them in the boxes for the hurricane. We're walking one in, the other one's like, boom. And I go, what's it doing? Cody goes, oh, he just wants me to carry him. So she picks her up and he carries him into the
That's
And he
awesome.
put them in the box, and they did good because we had to build those shipping crates for them.
They
Obviously.
bonded with Cody. He's their mama.
Yeah, that one loves him. He just sits down. So,
That's awesome, dude.
but they're one of my favorite animals. But to watch him just fuck up that raccoon, then I didn't have to do it because that raccoon wasn't going to live, man. There's a couple of humane ways. You can throw the whole trap in the swimming pool and drown them. Or
I don't know if that's a humane way, but
that's the way they do it, man. They euthanize them. They throw them in the water. I'm telling you. Yeah, those pest control companies that come out and take them, they put them in those things. They drop them in garbage cans full of water, drown them, take the body out, and burn it.
they should
what
just get a bolt gun and.
No, they don't want to waste that or shoot anything. They just throw them in the water, drown them, and take them out. I've seen it. I know how they do it.
That's crazy.
Nobody cares.
Man, that's crazy.
Well, a humane way to get rid of a Cuban tree frog is to spray athlete's foot on it. Says it right on the website.
Oh, the athlete's foot's medicine. I got you.
Yeah, you spray it right on the frog. That's what you're supposed to do to them.
No shit, man.
Yeah, it used to be on the FWC website.
Their skin breathing and shit, or they?
It used to be on the FWC website. If it's not still there, it would say proper ways to mainly do it is freezing, catching and freezing, or spraying that whatever that degree is, which comes in athlete's foot, tactinine or whatever they call that shit. So they do that stuff too.
Yeah.
Julie said they do it to skunks too. So I guess that's what they do. That's the way they euthanize with water. But after I found one of my animals, listen, man, I have a thing. I'm like, I stand out my yard like Jimmy does. And I say, look, you stay on the other side of the fence. You can live. You come in this side of the fence.
So
you're choosing death. It's war by then, bro.
Yeah, no, I know, man.
Because I would never hurt an animal. But sometimes, you got to do what you got to do. And I have anacondas that get hungry. I mean, they got to eat too. So let the cassowaries did the job for me.
I have a big boy that gets hungry. So.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you do. But I don't have to trap it now.
Other than you, or
exactly. My mom's like, don't kill him. That's not right, or whatever. I'm like, okay, well, you just can leave.
Yeah, if I kill anything, I usually feed it to the animals. I grab, a lot of southern toads and oaks, and
I don't even think you're supposed to. Aren't you even release those? Are you, Jeff?
What, the southern toads?
No, if you catch a raccoon, you're not supposed to release it.
Anything you catch, you're technically not supposed to release.
You either have to kill it or turn it in.
Rules.
Yeah,
as far as I know,
So once I catch it, I guess I'll call up WC. Hey, can you come get this guy? I want him out of here.
Yeah, like your indigo, you couldn't go just release your indigo if you wanted to.
Hell no.
You see, what you need to do is breed that thing.
Man, I have signed paperwork from President Trump on that thing, bro. You have to have everything on that thing. You don't have to have a permit, but you have to have where it came from.
Right. Usually get
and they check too. They're like, well, we're going to be calling Mr. Jeff today.
What's that?
I said, if it was you that gave it to me, they'll call you within 3 minutes if they see it on the property.
Oh, I believe it.
They'll be like, oh, we need to check. And I don't blame them. You have to, because people smuggle and do all that kind of stuff. We all know how that goes.
So they're critically endangered. I mean, there's a lot. I know they release a lot in like Apalachicola and stuff.
Yeah, it's part of the breed and release program. That's cool, though. I mean, that's cool. I know Kurt's part of that. Cool. Kurt's part of that.
It's because they're probably one of my favorite all-time snakes from anywhere. And I still have not seen a live one in the wild. And I would probably, man, my fucking pants would get tight if I saw one of those things in the wild.
They know. Flavio knows where they are. Oh. They are super endangered.
I've seen a couple. I've seen a couple in the wild.
When I was a kid, I'd seen them more when I was a kid in Fort Lauderdale area. I used to see them in the fields. I remember one time we were chasing one, and it looked like an anaconda to us because we were kids, and we knew it wasn't a black racer. This thing was massive.
Yep, and they have the
orange. And it ran, and it was so big, it went inside. Remember the old swing sets? They were made out of tubes.
Yeah.
And it was one old was on the ground and shot in that tube, and we're like trying to get it out of the tube. We're like shaking the tube, but it never came out.
They're so cool, man. They're just
like, they're huge. Huge snakes too, 8 foot, 9 feet.
Yeah, the one we saw was out in the Big Cypress, and it was probably about 6 feet.
Yep,
one we saw massive.
Mine's massive now. He's 5 feet. Mine is
really?
5 feet long, and he is like. So when you see Kurt brings that 8-footer, his daddy out, I'm like, what is the fuck? Say he painted a snake, painted a python.
What is that? Man, they're huge. It's crazy.
He's got that thing eating big ass rats and stuff. I mean, it's a monster. That's the father to mine. Yeah. Mine's right around. Yeah, he's just about 5 foot now. He's just about.
That place. Do you remember the place Flavio took us to in Lake Placid? All the junk. It was just streets and old streets of like construction junk.
Yes.
Like that.
Yep.
I go there and I find racers that are like 6 feet or 6 foot plus long, dude. I got a picture. Me and Ricky found one, and Ricky's holding this thing up like, and it's taller than Ricky is. Huge.
That's
really goes in there.
That's not fair.
Yes. I have a ring neck that's taller than Ricky too, so it's not really that much.
Ricky is like the Kevin Hart of the group, bro, for sure.
He is the Kevin Hart of the group, but he's funny as fuck, dude.
I tried to give him an Eastern Diamondback today, but the motherfucker was out of town.
I know, dude. I want to go see his. He's got that albino. I think it's a Western.
Yeah, one of the officers locally here called me, and I'm like, man, I don't have the Viper Day.
I wish I had property.
Don't bring him here. But he's like, if you can find somebody. So I called Ricky second because he wanted to go to zoos first. So I checked with Dan and all them, and they said we're full. But it had 10 rattles on it. It was a little over 4 feet long. It was a monster. It came off one of the schools over here.
Damn, dude. I love Eastern. It's
beautiful black diamonds on it, too. What's that, Jimmy?
What was it, an Eastern?
It was an Eastern Diamondback, yep.
Eastern.
Yeah, big black diamonds. It was. He sent me pictures. It was beautiful, man. It was.
I get no luck with those things, man. I gotta go out herping with these guys and cross them off my list. Still haven't seen a live coral.
Oh God, my parents find them all the time on their property, all the time. You got to go out at night.
Yep.
Walk in normal places. They're out there trying to eat geckos and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen some really cool shit here, and I've crossed a lot of good ones off my list. So I probably got.
Hey, I'm right off of the Ocala National Forest, bro. The road cruising out there is pretty damn good.
Jimmy, I'm coming up. I'm telling you.
I can get into the park probably within 20 minutes from my house.
That's badass. That's
25
sweet.
minutes.
Yeah, I'm sure you got lots of stuff on your property too.
Oh yeah, I've seen them crossing the roads within 4 miles of here. 3 miles of my house. My neighbors, they've seen Easterns on their property. They stay off my property, them motherfuckers. I never see them on our property, but all my neighbors will send pictures of moths and Easterns, pygmies. I've seen coral snakes just down the road. So I've seen most of them around here. Only thing I've ever seen here
was badass,
garters, racers, water snakes, ringnecks that on the property, but I've never seen venomous here yet, but they're here. I mean, we bumped to over 1,000 acres, right behind us.
Yeah, but you have all that. Remember the smells you got there. You got alligators and you got a lot of different smells there. They're like, nope, I'm going to be eating.
Yeah.
I bet you they think like that. Green Swamp is badass, Craig.
Me and Troy rode up to the Green Swamp on motorcycles one day, but
we sure did.
Or something, or they were doing a controlled burn. That's right.
Yeah, and do you remember there was a murder? That's where the axe murders were. That house is still in the middle of Green Swamp. The bed is still there that the people were murdered in and everything.
That's crazy, dude.
You get to hike out to a dude. It's badass. Yeah, there was a murder in Green Swamp back in like the early 1900s. They just were chopped up with axes. The story's still there. There's a plaque there, but the house is there. The bed, the old rotted bed frame, it's all out there. Nobody even manages it. You just can go up and see the remnants of the place.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, I got to go up there again. I've been up there, but mostly during the day. And just like walking around on some of the trails out there and trying to find stuff. I mean, I found a few things out there, like a yellow and some other cool stuff, but I really want to go there at night. I like night cruising. That's my thing. It's.
Oh yeah, me too. Yep, me too.
You could see them. You could just spot that little silhouette. You got to blink twice, and you're like, "Oh my god, that's a huge ass snake."
Yeah, maybe I'll go out there at night. We can do an investigation on it. Sit out there in the dark with some stuff.
I'm ready, dude. I'll probably shit my pants if we're going in the murder house, but
I love that, dude. I love that stuff. I've had some fun. We need to take Jeff. I think it'd be cool. We just need someone to film it. I need somebody to video us.
Can I bring a backpack with a change of clothes just in case?
Yeah, just wear a diaper. That's what I say.
Perfect. We'll have a Depends party in the haunted house.
Fudge. But yeah, they that we get a filmer, we should go out and be filmed doing that. And Jimmy's got some places up there by him too. There's a lot of old places up there. I never see anything really in the cemeteries, but you got to go to these really good places. Cemeteries just don't do it for me. I go to them all the time. I don't pick up nothing. I don't feel anything. I never see anything. I know people say orbs. That's just dust or fog, but Jimmy and I had some fun in that Ma Barker house.
I bet, dude. I wish I had gone there with y'all.
It's her.
When
I was kind of hoping Jimmy did that in himself because I was gonna be like, bro, that was awesome.
When I used to walk Emily home at night in Boston after the subway stopped and I had to pick her up at work, we'd walk by all those cemeteries, heading out of the north end, you know, where like Paul Revere's parents are, and
yeah, when we just went, oh man,
yeah, dude. You walk by those at night, and there's just a weird, eerie energy, you know, because those things
of
are.
course.
And you got like Alexander Hamilton and all these statesmen buried there, dude, right in the middle of the city. I used to love going to those places.
That's a neat place. I hope Jimmy goes with me next year.
Oh, I'm going, dude. Just to take you guys around some of my spots in Boston. We'll have a fucking blast.
It was so cool, man.
Oh, you talking about up north? Yeah.
Oh, Salem, yeah. With they wear.
Oh, if it's the same, unfortunately, if it's the same time of the year, I won't.
No, we got to change it up. We got to change it up.
Go when it's not Halloween.
We'll probably do it earlier in September when you're still home.
Yeah, because my busy time is from June to October. So September slows down for me, and then I pick back up.
Are you going to cut back on the travel, Jimmy, once your place is full up and running, or?
Yeah, we are. I'll probably keep 3 to 5 of our bigger shows. Now,
yeah,
don't get me wrong. If I have somebody to do my guided tours here while I can go on the road, I'll do both. I'm not going to turn down money, you know.
Yeah, no, it's a good time to start taking away money right now. So,
you know, exactly. I can't turn it down. You know, we constantly want to do upgrades and build new stuff, and you know, we want to build a house out here eventually. You know, so we just, you know, there's a lot we want to do, and you know, the road shows. It's a lot of work, but you know, it's well worth it in the end. So.
Yeah, I miss them
without a doubt.
I love going.
Road shows can be fun, minus the road.
So just the shows. Oh, hi.
Oh, you got.
I like it. Look at the dog's awesome.
Jimmy, your dog's looking at you like you're a steak.
Oh, looking at it. What's
That's awesome. And they looked at us like, "Who is this guy?" I love it.
What are you doing? You want to say hi to everybody? Say hi.
Hey, buddy.
Say hi. Her name's River.
Yeah, it's River. It's a little River dog.
River.
Hey.
River.
Get him, Riv. River's a good girl.
Who's calling me?
TV.
She's watching TV.
That's
Her and Jimmy are watching.
I don't know, Michael. I don't know if there's tunnels under those. There's some cool tunnels in Boston. If you go down the shore, like the Cape and stuff, there's all kinds of like rumors of tunnels where like pirates used to Shanghai people and, you know, make them part of the crew or slaves or whatever. So
we'll have to see. I mean, that'd be good stuff.
When we were just in Arizona, we went to Flagstaff and we did a ghost tour in Flagstaff. And
Flagstaff's awesome.
We had a great time in Flagstaff. And our guide that was walking us around the town, we did the late night one, and it was 25 fucking degrees at this time, just so y'all know that. So we're doing the ghost tour, and there's a set of tunnels all under Flagstaff. Like, he's trying to get a little part of it to where he can go down and like go into them, but they were all through like the what are those haunted hotels? Oh my god.
In Flagstaff, I stayed at one of them, the one that's got all the names on the doors.
Yes.
People that stayed there.
Yep, those are the ones that supposedly they have areas that are connecting like under where they all connect. There's not a lot of them. It just connects to certain spots. But
that's still cool. I think tunnels are just I'd love to go walk the tunnels under New York and the old subway lines and stuff where all the mole people live and shit.
A mole person, what do they look like?
They just look like regular people, only more moley.
I just thought they'd be all weird looking, like had like wrinkly skin and shit.
They do have wrinkly skin, you know, and you know their bones are showing because they're all malnourished and living in the sewer in the subway. But there's like a whole like society of people who live down in the old subway tunnels. There's a documentary about it. About this reporter just goes in there and films and stuff, and all these people, they just have these little homes set up like shacks and stuff like that. It's pretty cool stuff, really. I mean, it's not like anybody's using it. Might as well give the space away.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the name of that damn hotel, but I can't remember.
It's the Monte Vista.
That's it.
Monte Vista. Yeah, Monte Vista.
God, I just remember that name when you said it.
Yeah, I was staying there.
I just grabbed it.
Yep, that's the hotel. The train. Yeah, I saw that. That's awesome. I think I wrote something about staying there on your post.
Yeah, you did. Yep, you did.
Yeah. It was and then in the middle of the night you hear all the trains, and I'm like, is that a real train or a ghost train?
Well, it was funny. We were gonna stay at the hotel, and there's a bar downstairs where they have like live music, and some of the reviews said that if you stay there, it gets real loud on the weekend, and it's hard to sleep like with all the music. So we decided not to stay there because of just that reason. Well, the fucking bands weren't playing at the time. They were not coming in till it was out of season. And we didn't know that. So we ended up not being able to stay there because of our, we didn't do the homework enough on it when we, got there. But
I'd have stayed there with the music blasting. That would have been, who cares?
Rocking out.
Bro, I still, after the ghost shit, I want to sleep, dude. So.
Yeah, right. Exactly. You want to go to bed.
It's exhausting.
Yeah, that's some neat stuff. Well, I mean, I guess we had some good stuff tonight to talk about. We had a good time with everybody. I'll go ahead and, we are like 1 hour now in, so we're good. We're 5 minutes over, which is all right. But, yeah, man, it's always cool to have everybody out here. I appreciate all the coming in, Jimmy, and all the stuff you're saying too, and talking about Arizona and Jeff's findings, and everybody for coming in and dropping in tonight. We appreciate it, and I guess we will see you next week. My gosh, I just can't believe the time that it's November. That just blows me away.
Crazy.
We're already in November.
Yeah.
It's
2 weeks of graduation.
Good. Congratulations on that. We'll have to definitely we got to make is there something we can do?
Yeah, you can throw me a huge fucking party.
What is it? What happened?
No, I'm kidding. I'm graduating in 2 weeks.
Yeah, from college.
That's awesome, dude.
Fucking goddamn went back to school, bro. Fucking A.
Man, I know. I was the fucking class.
Good for you, dude.
No choice.
Back to school with Rodney Dangerfield. I love it, dude.
It would have been great if I could have got on the diving team at my career college. It
would have been awesome.
The fucking every time I watch that dude, when he does that dive, I lose my shit. It's the eyes because he's going. He's like,
yeah, remember? I love that. He's hilarious. Yeah, that's really cool, Craig. And thanks everybody. And Jeff, we'll get up with that. Maybe we'll be able to get out and see it. And we'll be back at it again next week. Hopefully, we have Jimmy too, and we'll probably be feeling better.
I'll laugh my ass off.
Yeah, we have a great time, and I'm glad you popped in, Jimmy. Jimmy's been very busy, so we haven't seen him, but I'm glad you're here. Everybody had a good time.
Good to see you, brother.
Well, I'm glad. I'm hoping that it's getting back to normal, so I'll be able to come.
That's fine, man. As long as we don't have any more hurricanes the night before, we'll be all right.
Not good.
We got to do it like that.
Yeah, we'll see.
So, anyways, guys, I'll see you next week. Thanks for coming in again. And if you didn't want to hang out tonight, you want to catch it later, you can find us on YouTube. It'll be uploaded on the Motley Croc Show on YouTube, so you can check it out there. You can fast through the boring parts and go to the cool parts, whatever you want to do.
There are no boring parts. That's the best thing.
I love that. All right, detachable foreskin with Jeff, a snake hook, and a Harley Davidson. And I will see you all next week. Thank you for coming to the Motley Croc Show. Have a great